Finally got things looking presentable. And I'm 45 minutes late. Probably. Not particularly a fan of being late. Just tends to happen more often than I'd like. It's too loud. A little less. I'll keep an eye on it. So I'm going to start a new game on hard.
From the beginning, we were wrong. And only now, well into the second decade of the conflict, have we begun to understand the mistakes we have made. We lived in harmony among the Fae, in a world awakened to new magic. Perhaps we should have foreseen what might be born on this rising tide. What force might awaken. A force powerful enough to twist even the eternal and immutable Fae folk.
Yeah, it's loud.
But Gadflow, the new king of the Winter Court, surprised us all. singular among his people. He was all that other Fae were not. Aggressive, ambitious, visionary. He had power like none we had ever seen, terrible and deadly. Gadflo and his followers, the Tuatha De Danann, believed that a new god was to be born in the east, beneath Gadflo's crystalline fortress of
One sec. It's weird that I never added streamer role to
In the name
myself
of that god,
in
they
Discord.
marched to war against the young races of Amalur.
So my Twitch streams never came up on my
No matter the
stream
power
channel.
of their god, we might have been victorious. But the Fae are creatures of magic, not bound by the laws of life and death. Each Tuatha fallen on the battlefield would soon rise again, for the Fae do not know death as we do. How could we stand against such a force? For 10 years the war raged. For 10 years the armies of Men and Alpha fought and died. But as our numbers dwindled, we knew that it was only a matter of time. Our fate had been written. At least, that is what we believed. Until you died.
I really enjoy this game. Hello, Gluten. Hey, Spets, I was literally just thinking about, like hitting you up in, in Tal's, Discord. This is one of the games I was going to suggest to you yesterday, because you were talking about RPGs that have a clear ending. Like, it's not open-ended and doesn't go on forever. Though you can, I think, actually, I'm gonna turn the sound down a little bit. It's a little louder than I'd like.
What do you think this one is then? Alpha? Doran? Could even be a Jotun. Always a surprise, eh, g.r.a.m.p.a?
Eyes on the job, boy. Don't matter what it is. Dead's dead. And be thankful for that. All we've seen. Go on and pull back the sheet, though. It'll need to be in our report, one way or the other.
Yeah, true. That's one of the that's one of the reasons I recommended Kingdom Hearts, because you have to do everything you want to get done before you go to the final, before you fight the final boss. And it's one of those RPGs where you kinda have to farm to be able to beat the boss within a reasonable amount of time. It's not like Fury where it makes you take an hour just cause I would lose my mind playing that game. What did I have? I wanted to do... Mage build. Well, the hell version of a rage game. Earlier bosses were much cooler. Well, that's the thing. I remember from the trailers from when it first came out, it never showed anything that suggested that it was a bullet hell game. It was just run around and you slash and had the cool guy being all emo with the hair and stuff. But then you actually watch it and I feel like the publishers lied. Lightning damage is fine. There aren't a whole lot of customization options, but you can get some pretty cool stuff going. This kind of reminds me of like early days World of Warcraft. Are you in the East Coast, Spets? Actually, I kind of like this one. Used to be in the East Coast, now in Wisconsin. Why are you in Wisconsin? What does Wisconsin have to offer you? I feel like Wisconsin doesn't have anything to offer anybody except farmland. Some years ago, I got married to a woman from Illinois. I've known her for years. Sadly, she recently decided she wanted a divorce. Split apart, and we never fought or anything, so it wasn't bad. It's just nice to hear where I'm from, so I'm staying for now. Nicer than where I'm from. That's both sad and kind of weird. That's really weird. Yeah, it's true. You like living in Wisconsin? Like, what's there to do out there? People don't rock nose rings anymore. I live in a city in southern Wisconsin. We're from a small town in NJ, so technically there's more people here where I'm from. Where in New Jersey did you live? Because I was living in East Orange before I moved to New York. Salem. I'm familiar with the name. I don't think I might have been there except passing through. Because I was in the North Orange County, up past Newark. But my parents worked in Manhattan at the time we were living in East Orange, so it was like a 40-minute trip by train into the city for them. Is that it?
Ah, she's a low sulfur. And
Yeah.
not in bad shape, all things considered. I never did like them myself. Snooty bunch. All right then. Make sure it goes into the report. You know he'll want all
I
the
keep
details.
waking up way too
Amazing how
late
well
to
the body held up.
gargle with salt water.
Better than I've
Clear my
seen.
throat out.
I'm just glad it's not
These
moving.
small towns, 2 of them are outrageously high
Must have been
primaries
born
compared to the
under a lucky
population.
star, this
Wasn't the
one.
better of the 3, but people
Anything
there were
else we
racist and
need?
rude.
Unless you'd like to name her, I think we're done. Put her with the others.
Salem. Shit. Just saying. I totally fucked that up. San. Tamam. Shit. I don't know if that's how you spell it. I don't know why, but I always pick chrysanthemum for female characters. Oh, okay, that's right. Chris and the mum. I did it. So this game was
Well,
made
that's it for you then. Better luck next time.
dead X.X. So this game was made by Big Huge Games, a game company out of Rhode Island that is now dead. I'm pretty sure this is the only game they made, and it was it was run by Kurt Schilling, former baseball dude who keeps getting fired for being an ass. He basically robbed Rhode Island of like $75 million. Company went bankrupt and he walked away with a lot of money. It's not a bad game though. Combat system's pretty dope. That's how there's people do in the US. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, options. Hard. Audio. So, this has dialogue options and kind of branches off with cause and effect, similar to how Mass Effect does. Or, other games that were like this at the time. I think the Witcher games, and maybe Dragon Age also. Not as in-depth. Not as in-depth. But it's interesting enough. You get 3 styles of gameplay, and you can mix and match them up however you like. Dragon Age 1, never played the others. I only got a couple hours into Dragon Age 1. The version that I had was super buggy, and it would keep crashing every time I went to the inventory. Run around, I'm gonna get some stuff. I'm gonna pull this lever, because dead bodies get no respect. Dragon Age replay? Are the stories, like, do they all revolve around the same character? Look at how big that sword is. That's just the standard sword size.
They ran over. Run!
So,
Scatter, children of dust! Scatter before the
animations
might
carry
of
over
the
to each
Tuatha!
game, but I don't know about the main characters. Don't know about the main character. It's customization like this game. That's cool. So my character starts off dead in this one, in this game. I don't know how much of the opening cinematic you saw, but there's this group of elves. The elves are called Fae, and there's a group of them that's kind of just taken over. And they have this ability to not die. So they really can't lose a fight. So they're just using their immortality to their advantage, and they're running around the entire area. Like you see one of them right there. They're here in... I forget what this place is called. I haven't played in a while. Oh, why does it seem so... What? It looks super loud in the audio meter. Let's see, before you started, I saw you launched with this game, so I left it open and came back at the right time. It doesn't sound so... It's weird. So, like, the noise that's coming from it right now was pretty much at the same decibel point as my voice is right now. Just when the cave-in was happening, those rocks were falling. Weird.
Help! Anybody!
One of the really good things about this game is you have 3 different types of I guess you can call it gameplay. It's essentially got sorcery, which is magic. It's got might, which is like swords and hammers, and then it has I believe it's called finesse, which is more like stealth play, so like alright. I don't know why it looks so loud in the thing on OBS. And it's finesse that has like
Up there, please
daggers
help
and
me.
bows. Okie doke.
Please. More mortal scum.
Dun, dun. Yep, okay. Heh, juggle combo. Fuck you! Stank. Battered armor, take that. Oh, shit.
I've seen you before. On the slab. You were dead. It worked. By the tome, it worked. You're alive.
What happened to me?
You died. I don't know how or even where. But your body was
Use your
remade in the
shield,
well
sword,
of
halberd,
souls, and
or
somehow
rapier in games.
It worked.
I kind of wish this
The
game had
well
rapiers.
restored your soul to your body, and it worked.
So it's got normal
We must get
long
you to
swords.
Professor Hughes right away.
It's got
We'll have
great
questions
swords.
for you.
It's got great hammers. It's got daggers. It's got fey blades. The fey blades are cool. They're like double-ended blades, and you do wield them by these attackers.
You don't know?
And then
The process
it's got bows and arrows. I
They
think
are
there are
the
crossbows in it
Dale,
also. I don't remember.
The enemies of all the young races.
And
We've never seen them this far
it's got
inland.
wizard
They're
like staffs.
I don't know why they are here.
Psst,
Hughes may have the
staffs.
answer to that as well. You must
It's got
stay
smaller
alive and reach
scepters that
it.
look like magic wands, and then there's they have chakrams that you watch them use it. It kind of reminds me of a Rinsler from Tron Legacy. Like you don't really flip around that much, but you throw them and they spin around, and then they come back to you. It's pretty cool.
Professor Formerus Hughes, the Well of Souls is his life's work. The Tuatha are coming into the lower levels. If we hurry, we should be able to beat them to the top. Take these. They'll help keep you safe long enough to get to Hughes. Now, let's get going!
I don't think communism is actually
Let
a
me get
school
this
of magic,
And we can be on our way.
but let me change my armor. Some junk, because I'm going to sell it later. Look at how the armor conforms to my body. S-U-P-P-L-L-E.
Right this way. You
Alright.
go first.
So, smash all the boxes. That's just proper RPG etiquette. You also get you have to actually pick locks and disenchant things, and you can build those skills up as you go. Oh, boots. You can also own a house later on to store stuff in, because you have a carry limit. But that's way later.
This is what they're after. Our greatest invention. The Well of Souls. Imagine an end to war. An end to death.
I can't really show you... Can I, actually? Abilities. Okay, yeah. So when you level up, you get an actual skill, like Sagecraft, Persuasion, Detect Hidden. So like, hidden stuff like treasures or booby traps can show up on your minimap. Blacksmithing. Alchemy. Like you increase your odds of picking up useful items when you're looking for ingredients while out in the world. Sagecraft lets you make gems that have enhancements that you can put on weapons and armor. Yep. You can increase your mercantile skill for better prices for buying and selling stuff. So this is the might. This is the straight up long swords, great swords, and hammers. You can increase overall skill with all weaponry for this particular type of fighting. And each time you unlock one of these things, you get a new ability. Like this one gives you a charge ability. This one lets you do a special attack if you hit hold block, and then use that weapon. If you do a dodge and then use that weapon, you get another special attack, and then it maxes out with a parry ability. You can increase your long swords or great hammers and then great swords skills specifically, doing more damage and stuff. Because of course, mastery over part of blunt trauma increases damage against stunned enemies. So you stun them and then you can do more damage. What? 1% chance of stunning your attacker every time you get hit. Yeah, so you can actually, there's a small chance you can stun your enemy every time they hit you, which is weird. Quake, you make spikes in the ground, the fissures. There's some really cool stuff if you actually invest the points to each one. Like, you can't max out every single one at the same time. You can max out one sheet, or you can mix and match. So you can have a combination of finesse and might, or finesse and sorcery, or sorcery and might. Or you can max, like, and that'll give you a chance to get higher tier stuff in two disciplines. Or you can just pick one discipline and max the whole thing out. Yeah, the only way you can really be OP in this game is if you max out your sagecraft, you max out your alchemy, and your blacksmithing, and just make super OP weapons with super OP gems, and have super OP potions to Skyrim with the difficulty and realism. Well, I beat Skyrim on legendary difficulty and I was still OP because I used the potion exploit. I made a bunch of fortified, like, fortification potions, and then crafted put enhancements on clothing while having those fortification potions, so I kept increasing my potion making stats, and then I would wear those items, go back and make more potions with the stat boosted clothes, and then make even more powerful potions, and then use those while crafting fortification enhanced clothes again. I ended up with clothes that had like plus 5,000 whatever skill. So when I went to go make a weapon, it got to the point where I could pretty much one hit everything. I did that on stream, as I had seen somebody make a video about it and I wanted to try it out. But the funny thing is, like, if you make it so that the item of clothing you're wearing, the stats are too high for the game to calculate, the game will crash. And that happened on stream too. So I'm going for a sorcery build. Last time I played, I used some spell sword style mods, so I was using a rapier. I could temp enchant the rapier with damage, and I could fortify my defenses a bit. I think I want to stream a start over of that playthrough sometime. I don't know if I'd ever go back to Skyrim. Just, like, the sheer terror of being one-shot, even when I'm blocking on legendary difficulty, my heart was just always like, it's another fight. Like, I was constantly letting all my companions run in first. And then it just became keep the companions alive for like 2/3 of the game. It's really, really hard. I heard that they're supposed to be doing, or they might have already started the beta version of a survival mode in Skyrim. I don't know how well that'll go, though.
We're in one of the storerooms. See if you can find anything useful.
Legendary, but I play with more enemies. Higher damage and no pausing in menus. Dark Souls like item menu mod? You should try Legendary. You'll hate yourself. And that's always good for entertainment. Like the game, like Legendary is so difficult that it makes trying to play with a sorcerer seem stupid. Like there's so little damage that you do. You'll be just constantly be running away from your enemies. Like from what I heard, the easiest sorcery run that you can do is with a fire mage. And even having the what do you call? Having the advantage of characters that have a boost to fire damage and resistance doesn't really help.
Wait, do you hear something?
No.
More to Arthur!
This will be painful, mortal.
Air combo.
Mortal.
You're going to need more than just that sword. That one had a bow. Get it?
Now I grab the bow. Secondary weapon. Yeah, you get charge moves in this game also. There's some very curious design choices.
Archers up ahead. Best shoot them before they see us.
Hey. Oh. The good thing about this is you have infinite ammo. You just have to wait for your arrows to recharge.
Go, go!
Let us feed this.
Yeah, fuck you.
I
Boxes.
bet you're still
Damn it.
groggy, but just keep move. Move!
Basically. They're basically magic missiles. There's 3 different types of armor, one for each class. But as you get later in the game, some of the more special ones have class restrictions. So some of them might be, you had to be level 5 to be might, level 5 might to wear specific pieces, or... level 10 or 20 sorcery or whatever.
Their speed more than makes up for their size.
Daggers are cool, but I'm going for I think I'm going to do a sorcery build. I do like great sword stuff though. Got some funky designs. I'm not sure how I feel about the whole, like the graphic style. It's very reminiscent of World of Warcraft, and how that's just kind of like swept the gaming dev world for a while. I could do without it.
More up ahead. If you can sneak up on them with your daggers, you should be able to finish them quickly and quietly.
The thing is, you can't really sneak very well if you're wearing might armor, because it's metal, heavy, and clunky. I never played Final Fantasy 11. I played 7, 8, 10, 12, 13.
Look at the mortal vermin scattered.
A little bit of frame loss just then. Eleven is an MMO too. I've watched people play 14. It looks interesting, but
Cave blossoms only respond in the presence of magic.
I don't really play
there is more to you than it
MMOs anymore. I used to for a little while. Oops. I used to, like 10 years ago.
What are you?
And like the only one I really liked playing, I played the Dungeons and Dragons online for a while. I played Lord of the Rings briefly. I think I played WoW for like a day and a half. But my favorite was City of Heroes. I played Champions Online. I played Matrix Online. Take all. Champions Online. Champions Online, I still play every once in a while. It's kind of fun. Now I'm a battle mage. 14 should have been an action combat MMO. Yeah, well, that's yeah, that's kind of how Champions Online is. I'm actually surprised it's still being played. It's pretty old. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a mage build. So it's gonna be mostly mage gear. Nope. Aha. I believe I get a flame staff over here. Yep. Sweet. This is gonna replace this thing. These two can go in. I can't add them to junk. Okay. Between the almost to list. When I was younger, I had girlfriends that loved them. They're pretty much unavoidable. Yeah.
They've completely covered the tunnel. Maybe you can use that staff to burn a path through.
So I got my first legit mage
More
weapon.
spiders, burn them! Burn them!
Nope. Aha. They have this thing that's kind of like a... It's a magic wand, but it's called the scepter. And... I wonder why I can't put stuff in the junk pile already. Junk. And the junk. Take that. Yeah. This game is from 2012. It looks very, very good for a game that was... I think it was supposed to kind of be reminiscent of Fable. Oh. Aha. The combos are nice and satisfying too. Like the combat is really, really good. It's really solid combat. The only thing I don't like is that you don't get a manual target lock. You just have to be close enough with this specific weapon that you have equipped or are using. Huh.
Die, twas a bastard! Wait, you're not one of them. It's yet alive! And who's this? That's what I intend to find out. She came out of the well. What? Then she better get inside to see the old man. Quick, before those twatha make another push.
Freedom. It's not weird.
This is where we part ways. But take whatever you want from this armory. We might have a few things that would fit you.
I think
make sure
so.
You get your shoes. We can hold off the Tuatha here.
I don't know what. Oh, my persuasion is in the toilet.
There's nothing more I can do except to stay here and slow down the Tuatha. But this is the armory after all. Check the chests.
If I was able to persuade him, I could,
I'll see you on the outside.
he'd give me some more items.
Will sit.
I feel like I was definitely able to... I had that in 95% before.
Ah, plate armor. Nothing protects quite like layers of impervious metal. Leather armor is thin.
Unless I'm losing my mind.
The speed to reach an enemy's throat.
I can't add... Why can't I add the weapons to junk? That's weird. I must not be able to do it yet.
Frees your body and mind. That's why mages prefer it.
I feel like Freedom Fighters, I remember seeing something with that name that had like a lion on the cover or something. Some kind of man-lion hybrid. And he was like, grr, what the fuck? If you're asking if I ever played it, then no. In 2003, it was a game about the not falling in Soviet Union invading the US like 3 times. Maybe I should stream that too. Freedom Fighters. I might be thinking of Dungeon Fighters. What kind of game is that? What kind of game is Freedom Fighters? Soviet Union not falling.
You've made it, and look at you. Even with all you've been through. The Tuatha, your return from the dead. Please forgive me. You must be terribly confused by all of this. I am Fomerus Hughes, and this is my laboratory at Alistar. Everything you see here is dedicated to one thing, the well of souls. The pursuit of immortality. And you're my first success. If we only had the time, there's so much we might learn from one another.
What's going on?
Too much to explain right now. The Tuatha have come to stop my work, but I don't believe they know about you. Not yet. What's important is getting you out of here safely. You're the only proof of what we've achieved here. I may not be able to save the well, but I can ensure that its only success is safe.
Where are we?
We're in the Feylands, miles away from the front lines. I thought we were safe enough from the wall, but it seems some of the Tuatha found their way here anyway.
That's really it. Let's get out of here.
Yes, you're right. I've got my notes, but it's most important that you stay safe. It's just that you're...
The Chosembo one.
Simply astounding. I'm not certain what's caused it, but somehow... yes, as I was saying, I'm not sure what... Perhaps I should go see.
Sir! Mr. Hughes! The Tuatha have breached the lab! They're inside the...
You're trying to do something that's kind of chill and not going to make you lose your mind.
We've got to get you out of here now! Quickly! Follow the path to the town of Gorhart. Find Agath. He's a friend, and he may be able to help. No matter what else, stay alive!
I haven't streamed anything in a long time. I just started like 2 weeks ago. Restarted 2 weeks ago. So here's a fun fact. I could totally die trying to escape this room. The falling debris is absolutely a hazard. So it's good to just wait a few seconds for the shaking to stop. And don't get near anything that falls. He actually survives. That short dude with the Wolverine haircut. I'll see him later.
Get moving, you brute! Tear this tower apart!
Okay. I know what I should do. I have a shield. Slower. Much, much faster. But the impact isn't as good. What's in here? I'm gonna save. They got a boss fight coming up. Here's a troll. Eh, nope. Aha. No. Well, alright. Son of a bitch. Huh. Ooh. Fucking... Fuck me up. I need to hit it from the back. Oh. Fucking ear is itching. Fucking god damn it. I can feel the old man ear hair is growing. There we go. Weakening him now, and then I'm gonna touch him in the butt. And he's got a little funny thing coming up right now. Camera decided to dick me over. So I get another superpower, because of course I do. Squire's ring. Equip. Gold, shard, potions. Outside. Nice little boss fight. Game does look pretty good. I think I'll wait until we're done with it. The D&D, I thought for a second she was talking about the MMO, but from what Messi was saying, I could have sworn he was talking about tabletop stuff. So I just leveled up. So this stuff here there's stuff like this spread out all over the map. You can harvest stuff. You can harvest reagents and use the reagents in alchemy. I'm gonna level up right now. So these are the skills that you get. I'm gonna go persuasion first. Yeah, it kind of sounds like it'd be interesting. Persuasion is important. I'm gonna go... I think I'm gonna focus on sagecraft, blacksmith, and persuasion to start. Also, like, you can't max everything out here either. I'm going to do an all sorcery build, so charge attacks for staffs and chakrams. That's going to be first. What's this? Increasing output. Okay. Charge move for that. Scepters are super important. They're rapid fire, but they drain your mana. Into the light. I have to speak to the Fate Weaver of Gorehart. Oh shit. Sorcery. Oh, no, staffs. Staffs and scepters. I get a charge shot. It's interesting the way they set this up with the staffs, the element, like with the actual weapons themselves, the element that gets charged and released is dependent on the weapon. So like if you do a charge attack with a fire staff, it's going to be a fire-based charge attack. If you do it with an ice staff, it's going to be an ice-based charge attack. I really want to replace these daggers though.
We needed more guards.
There it is. Okay. So I'm gonna how do I get down there again? There it is. The thing that sucks is that you can't there's no jump function in the game. There are jump platforms where you can get down to lower levels, but that's really it. You can only jump in designated spots. Yeah. Secret stuff. Okay, picking locks. I did it. Iron helm goes to junk. Keep those. Hmm. Oh, a smoldering longbow. Okay. I'll put it in place of the daggers for now. Shit. And here's what you need a dispelling skill for. Ooh. Super weak. Does ice though? Actually, yeah. That's good enough. Because I have the when I bought the, I think I got this off Humble Bundle several months ago. So instead of just giving me the regular game, I got like all the DLC that came with it as part of some special deal. Take all. So, but there is also some stuff that like I'm gonna get special items that would normally not be available to me. I'm gonna save this douchebag's life. Let me save. Just in case I can't persuade him the way I want.
You! I remember you. You're the one.
So this guy betrayed the people at the Well of Souls.
How did you find me here?
He's the one that told the Tuatha where the place was. That's why they attacked. And I can extort money from him in exchange for not killing him.
No, I had no idea anything like that would happen. The Well of Souls is bigger than one gnome's pet project. My employer pays for information about its progress. I just send the reports to make some money on the side. I never wanted anyone to get hurt.
Oh, 95%.
I don't have... Okay, here. It's all I've got, plus what I got paid for the information. I don't want any part of this. I'm going home to Odessa.
So there's also a thing in, like, similar to Fable where if I attack, for some reason it doesn't work on him, but if I attack a citizen, a little thing pops up in the lower left-hand corner. Whoops. That lets me choose to turn the save function off so that I can actually hurt citizens. Take all those jerky meats.
This sort of thing never happens in Odessa.
So this is the guy I'm supposed to meet.
You've come from the tower, haven't you? Name's Agarth. Maybe you can help an old fate weaver, eh?
Ooh, what's a fate weaver?
Fate weavers look at the great tapestry of fate. The threads will tell us how a life will unfold. But knowing the future and being able to change it are two very different things.
Okie dokie.
Did he? Poor old Thomarus Hughes. He
Have you played
respected the way
GTA
the
5,
world
Spets?
works. What a shame.
Or the online
He's probably
mode?
dead by now.
What do you know about him?
When he started his experiments here, he asked me if they'd ever be successful. The cards told me that the Well of Souls would work, but its success would come on the day that Hughes was to die. The old man took it pretty well, honestly, although we did a lot of drinking after that.
Can you give me some help? Money.
I suppose I could spare a little help in memory of Hughes, or in celebration of his success. Whichever.
From what I've played of it so far, it's a really, really good game. And the online mode is fun enough because of all the things you're able to do. But it's a lot more fun if you play with friends, as opposed to random people. I just woke up in the tower.
You're the one. Then that means it all makes sense now. The cards this morning. I drew the Gravedigger, the Running Man, and the Beast. Prepare yourself. They're coming.
I'm about to learn another secret ability.
Prepare to be sacrificed, mortal. Bleed, mortal.
Perform special attacks and defeat enemies to gather threads of fate energy.
Face your doom.
Hey. When your fate meter is full, the fate symbol will pulse. You can use the fate energy to enter reckoning mode. Reckoning mode greatly increases your speed and attack power. It lasts until either your fate meter runs out or you fate shift an enemy. And now I begin doing the thing I've been instructed to do.
Death is part of the cycle. Bleed.
As you defeat enemies in reckoning mode, their fates will become unraveled. Begin to unravel. And then I can steal all their juice. Damn it.
Time for a drink.
I took that guy's juice. And he walks up to me and he says,
How? What are you? The threads of fate. I've seen them before, but I've never seen anyone manipulate them like that. You just changed how the world was supposed to work.
the online mode of
How did you
GTA
do
is
that?
basically it's a heist MMO. You get a bunch of missions and you go out and do them. You can buy property, you can buy a bunch of safe houses, garages for your vehicles. Some of the properties that you buy can trigger new story arcs for missions. They recently just came out with the nightclub thing for that Gay Tony from GTA 4 gives you when he becomes your new contact.
You just... Fate is the will of the gods. No mortal should be able to change it. How is that even possible? Come here. I'm going to do a reading. You might be able to change the threads, but fate will still have a plan for you. I promise not to tell you if I see your death.
Do you always see death?
It's a gift. Some people paint landscapes, other people write poetry. I peer into the weave of fate's tapestry and see people's deaths.
Okay. Is this why he sent me?
That would be my guess. He was an academic, but he had a proper respect for fate's plan, unlike most gnomes.
Fine, show me my fate.
You're nervous. Relax. This is what fate weavers do. I'll be seeing your place in the pattern of destiny. Who you are, what you've done, where your path takes you. Or, at least, I should be. You're real, right? I swear I haven't had that much.
I'm real. You must be drunk.
I am. But still, I've never seen someone whose fate was just missing. Not even when I was drunk as the king of ballads. This doesn't make sense. All mortal creatures have a place in the pattern. You should have one too, dead or not. If this is true, and I'm not saying I believe it, then your path is yours to determine.
So here's where I get to unlock my densities. And as I level up, I can, these have class restrictions on them. I'm going to be going straight sorcery. This is cool. I actually never went straight sorcery before. Not more than like 20 minutes just to see what it was like. And I haven't played this game through in a long time. When I play this game, I normally play the even balance between the three. But I've never done a pure single class build before. So I'm gonna pick Acolyte and move on. What did you see?
I can see the threads around you, but they're shifting, changing so rapidly, I can't make sense of them. Normally the threads would guide my hand to the cards, and I'd use those cards
His lips
to see
weren't
your
moving.
pattern in
His
the
lips
weave.
still aren't moving.
But it just didn't happen. They wouldn't focus. So either there's something wrong with me, and there isn't, or there's something very wrong with you.
What does this mean?
It could mean nothing, or it could mean everything. The world is changing. You might be a sign of that, or maybe the cause. I've never had a reason to doubt my own readings, but we should consult with Arden. He's not a friend, but he's got a good eye for the tapestry.
Well, it's not that he forgets. It's
I'm going to see if I can be of any help to the wounded at the tower.
he isn't able to see where the main character fits into the tapestry of fate of the universe. Like it's not there anymore. Oh, because the lips aren't moving. Yeah, there. That Perhaps.
What could this all mean?
So now I'm gonna go to town. Here's something interesting. So I did one of the DLCs that I picked up is the Legend of Dead Kale. The other is the Teeth of Naros. I'm not going to do those just yet. Travel to Gorhart, which is right up here. So this is the overall world map. Start over here. You can, I believe you can own a house here in Webwood. I believe you also get accommodations here in Rethier. And this is where the game ends. I think. It's been a while. So here's the lore stone. And these are ridiculous. They're spread all over.
Of all the songs in halls of lore, there echoes none more grand than Olane's many feats of might, the pure and lady of the light. She is a knight of golden knot. She is the cure seeker, the conscience of the summer fae. She is the heart of spring, day.
Some of them are poetry like that. Others are just people recounting tales from their past. Some of them get really weird.
Everyone just stand back. The warden can't work when you're crowding so close. Go back to your business.
Stay
Go
alert.
on.
Bandits are everywhere.
Alright.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi. Before I even do this, I'm gonna go over here to the chest. Because depending on whether or not you've played other games and have them a record of that in your EA account, or because this is an EA game, or if you just have like the pre-order DLC, which for some reason this I got through Steam but came with everything. I get stuff in here. So I have special mage stuff, special might stuff, and special finesse stuff. It's all kinds of badass stuff. So, and like really special sets let you they give you stat perks, bonuses, depending on how many pieces of the set you're wearing. So like the base boost would be 30% mana regen and 4 health, and then I put on 2 pieces, I think. 2 pieces, and then I get this, and then I put on 3 pieces and I get this. And they're all different. So equip. Compare. See the chest pieces filled out. So I'll put this on. And now I get plus 10 elemental resistance. You can't craft items that have this extra thing for sets, but if you've got like those specific, the right skills maxed out, you can make stuff way better than anything you can get in the game. And that can kind of sort of make you OP. So I have that full set. This is you get talismans, which are like the sorcery version of shields. And some of these things are really badass. Buck 7 damage. Here's a chakram. It does physical damage, it does ice damage, it does freezing damage. It can steal mana. What is this? field. This must also be, chakram. Could be a scepter, I don't remember. The flame is fucking OP. I'm taking this right now. This is the shield. I'm taking this. What is the field? I don't remember. Because this is a chest and not actual storage, I can't put anything in here. So once I take it out of here, I either have to sell it, break it down, or store it somewhere in actual storage, and I don't have a house to do that in yet. Twin souls. Fire damage. It's not bad. I think I'm gonna go with the field. I was 27. What's this? This song. Another set of chakrams. It's 20. 18. I'll go with the field. Follow the path of the incoming coolness in these rarely lighting situation extremes. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, it is a scepter. And so now I'm gonna go put these other things in my junk box, so I can sell them super easy. And these items that I just picked up are going to do me well for a while. Some of the higher tier stuff in the shops will... Look at the head. Will be much stronger than these, but those are crazy expensive. This thing looks like a scythe. This thing is badass. I don't know. I don't know why the head's glitching. They must have fucked up the animation while they're holding that specific weapon. Or the specific type of weapon. Okay, I'm gonna go sell this shit, and then I'm gonna talk to the lady outside.
Need something? Pull up a stool, stranger. We don't have much, but what we have won't leave a hole in your pocket. Are you here about that Fey girl they found outside?
Sell all junk. Have a grand. I don't think there's anything I actually want here. I'm not going to need to buy any weapons or gear. Amon's key, Ashara. I think I'll need that. I'll buy it. Buy some more lockpicks.
Don't be a stranger.
Fine.
Stay close to the village.
Okay.
I don't care what you race. It's a tragedy whenever anyone's savage like this. Just look at the poor creature. She's been beaten to the brink of death. The Fae may be strange, but they certainly don't deserve this.
Upskirt.
It appears she was attacked with some manner of short blade, likely a dagger, though there's no way I can be sure. People simply stood by as she called for help. No one lifted a finger. Can you imagine? It's shameful to treat another in such a way.
Thanks,
even if
man.
She is a Fae.
Thanks for stopping by.
I don't know whether we possess the knowledge to treat such a
Did you
wound.
decide what you're gonna play?
Frankly, I don't even know if I could save a mortal with such grievous wounds.
I'd like to help.
Well, you're the only one. With all the troubles we've suffered in this village, people are weary of adversity. They'd rather just ignore it. I'm going to suggest something a bit untraditional.
Eat something anyway, so
There's a Fae named g.r.a.m.p.a.
Yep, true.
She spends her days up on the hill overlooking the village.
Yeah, I started like
Seek her
45 minutes
wisdom.
late because
I would do it.
I woke up late.
I'm a
I
coward.
had to shut down
That's the
Windows
truth.
because I left it on all night,
Perhaps a Fae will know how to heal
watching
a Fae.
Messy,
If not,
and then Windows
back where we
updated,
started.
so I ate breakfast.
Hope you stay in town.
It's the most important meal of the day.
Good day.
I should be done, like... I was originally going to go to noon, but I'll probably finish at 11 Eastern. 16 overdose, so... This is an early... Optional early stream. I just like to stream more on my days off. Yeah, I hear you. I had to start streaming early in the morning because it gets way too hot in the afternoon. I think I'm gonna go another 40 minutes before I kill the stream. And I have to keep doing this until I get the central air fixed. Grab this little stone. Oop, okay. Little stone here. Fight off some wolves. Oh, just one? Alright. Little stone.
I don't know if what the Fae say about these stones is true, but if it is, well, this is just too good to not say forever.
I think of Siberia.
Was visiting. Now, Lystrom
Later,
is no
Smets.
Artol, and Artol is older and strong. She could be mistaken for a fate weaver. So, when Lystrom came back to town, here was Artol the Oracular. I said to Lystrom, I hear her readings are amazing. You should go. My, you should have seen it. A rooster, she said, change into a man, and this man will become your lover. He will provide for you, and he will make you laugh, and he will make your life exciting and easier. This is something you can never forget, but he must never eat chicken. And once in a while, he likes to pet the things on the ground. Every morning, at the break of dawn, you'll hear a loud cry from him.
Alright. Get back here, wolf. I'm gonna touch you with butt hurt. Get my buff. Piece of shit. Going this way? Grab this. Talk to the lady.
May your hollow gods keep you mortal. I am called Aerie. Your face is new to me. You're different from those in Gorhart. They amuse me, and I strive to learn all I can from them. Have you come to ask about the Tuatha? I can offer only what I know, and hope it will suffice.
I already know about the Tuatha. The Fae has been injured.
Yes, I witnessed this crime, although I did not recognize the one who perpetrated it. It is often difficult to distinguish one mortal from another. The victim was Illuvia, but I knew her only by name. You must be hoping that I can offer advice, but I cannot. If she is meant for the Great Cycle, then so be it. However, I would be quite interested to find out whether one of my kind would benefit from one of your mortal remedies. I've always wondered. It will need to be powerful. Your delicate forms are far more sensitive than ours. In fact, it's astounding that you survive as long as you do. Perhaps your mortal apothecary can provide one. You can always create the potion yourself if you possess the skill.
I do not.
Farewell.
So now off to my apple Katie. Oh. Oh shit. Can't do that. Get some. Taking out one of those. I'm actually gonna. Yeah, I'll put it there. Oh, it's a minor healing thing. Never mind. Minor mana. Back to town. It's really good that it's a small map. It's not that small, it's actually pretty big, but it's not gigantic like Skyrim, where you could run around for 5 minutes before running into another town.
Stay close to the village.
You there? Do you feel nauseous? Itchy? Have you noticed any blood leaking from your eye sockets? I've been noticing the symptoms everywhere. No, this situation could not be any worse. If the Red Legion is involved, then we could all be staring death in the face. What have I done?
Do it. There you go. I'm gonna plug my phone in. Thank you for telling everybody how old my phone is. The battery sucks too. Clock widget is open. Now I can actually see what time it is. Okay. Good enough. I did it. I need a healing potion.
I'm sure I have a vial somewhere in this cottage, but I do not have the time to search for it. I'm sorry.
What symptoms?
Why ask questions when you could never understand the answers? It's clear your prowess is not with wit, but with a weapon. If you must know,
shitty.
Something of value has been stolen. An alchemical formula that, if released, could cause untold devastation. I see its symptoms everywhere. Only my apprentice, Karth, and I knew of my work on the formula, but he's gone missing as well.
Okay, so I already know. I know what the formula is. I know who her apprentice is. I'm gonna click this to help her, because after I complete the mission here, she's gonna give me a discount on everything at her shop.
I'm not sure where Karth may have gone, but I knew that before he came to me, he found shelter in the ancient chambers of Oglethorpe Hall, an Erathi ruin east of Gorhart. Once you've ensured Karth's safety, you must learn what's happened to my formula. When you do, destroy it. It's the only way to keep us safe.
The specific thing I'm looking for is a greater healing potion. 1313.
Farewell.
I believe that's actually what I'm looking for. Building bridges. Yep, greater healing potion. 1313 is going to be cheaper when I complete her mission. And that's exactly what I want, because I got 82. It's not a particularly long mission either. I believe there's some bears out here. Might want to kill before I go. Yep, okay. Just in case. And junk. Got the reagent. There was one bear. I thought there was a second. I unlocked this place, and now I can fast travel back by going to the world map, though. I can't do it from the local map. Can't unlock that chest yet. Lore stone.
I have a secret to tell you. I am not sad. When I was a girl, my father used to tell me that when you grow old with someone, you tie your fates together and create a pattern that is part yours and part theirs. My father...
So I gotta run through this dungeon. It's not particularly large in comparison to some, but it's big enough that it'll take a good chunk of time. I might be done by 11, but even if I'm not, I'll just, it won't matter.
What you doing down here? Don't you know Agna Farhold is haunted by the spirits of the Erathi? So, are you foolish or just stupid?
What happened to the formula?
Oh, I see. The Twisted Gnome has found herself a champion. How delightful. Nanny always was a fool. So immersed in her work that she failed to see the deception before her very eyes. The Red Legion has her formula, because I gave it to them. At this very moment, they are moving crates of it eastward towards the city of Rathir, where they will fetch a high price. Poor Nanny. So trusting, so pathetic. Of course she can never learn of my ruse, can she? I'm sorry.
I can kill you to death whenever I feel like it. That fucking fire staff is OP. was average. I got 28 picks. Easy peasy. Take. I'm gonna build my sagecraft up so I can make some really badass gems. Build my blacksmithing up so I can make some really badass weapons. If I build my mercantile skill up, I can sell them for super high prices. I forgot that you can, if you actually make them burn, they run around in a panic because they're on fire. All you gotta do is destroy their crates. Just leveled up. Sagecraft. Dispelling is pretty high. Alchemy is pretty high. You can make some dope ass potions. I'm going to and then I'm going to pick Sagecraft. You can create powerful gems using Lambent quality shards. Three points. I've got 4. So actually, okay. So I've got this done. I'm gonna put one into this ability here. And then reduce all spell usage, all spell mana usage. I'm going to unlock the sphere of protection. I'm going to do the block move, unlocks a new move. And then I'm going to do chakrams. Oh no, that was 3. Okay, that's fine. Accolade, is that still sorcery? The next one is 11. Alright. That was 6. 7? 6? So I need 2 more levels. Confirm. Inventory items. I don't need this anymore because this is for the Legend of Deadkill. That's correct. Onward. Now I can actually run back to the shop and tell Nanny and have her basically be my companion through this mission. But it would be easier. But I can do it myself. That's the block move staff. That's the block move for that thing. This is one that's chargeable. Moving on. I believe the middle one is progression spot, so I'm going to go this way first. Fucking lunging face bite attack. Creeps. Numbing staff. Not powerful enough. Oh shit, I don't think I can break down stuff. Because I could break down weapons that I find, especially enchanted weapons, into their base parts and use those to construct other weapons.
Sometimes this is too hard to believe.
But that would require diverting skill points to
yes, but that
blacksmithing,
is horrible. The ancient ones were
which isn't particularly difficult, but it's still a slow process because you can only do 1 point per level.
Brings the forming storm. This is no place for a home for anyone.
Daggers also do electric and cold, or they do cold rather. Sturdy robes don't need, well, they do much better armor protection, but I still get the it only requires 2 and 3 pieces of the set. I could actually wear those and get the armor boost. I don't really use shadow prisms. They're like grenades, kinda. I think they're for the finesse build anyway. I can scream, but I won't. Here's block, I'm going this way. Huh. Fuck you. Messing up my shirt. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, shit. Ah.
These walls are grown, are built of stone. Lovingly this place was crafted. You see the lights, the mystic halls of ordered reality? They are the faces of the missing, the embodied truth of the lost souls. There are so many of them. Still, you can see them. They are like pathetic charades. Some with good intentions, and you can't fault them that. But the majority of them are just a hoax. Needless to say, I don't like it here. You could have stayed free and lived a comfortable life, but you couldn't settle the disquiet that haunts people like you.
Is there one over there? No, just this one? Okay. I thought there were 2 bears over here. I don't know why I remember there being 2 bears. Oh, here they are. Yeah, good luck with that. Huh. This? Nope. Closing junk. How much my inventory doing? 29? Cool. Junk. Junk. Keep. I have 2 of Ammon's keys. Inspect. Read. Close. Take. Going up. We're going north.
She bested sprang in combat fair. Fenian cycles kept. The exploits of this maiden's role, a burdensome and heavy toll. She lived among the mortal clans and bargained with their kind. Throughout the town they stood in fear of the brilliant fighter near.
3 more. I can go back to town. Get the Hoosafudge. And give the lady the dank. Boom, 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 boom. Take all. All those. Doot doot. Another easy one. Very easy, rather. That's it. Takes care of them. I'm gonna open up another part of the map real quick.
Taste my blade.
This talisman is dope. What's the next spot near here? Oh, that cave isn't actually all that close, never mind. $2.99.
Everyone in G.r.a.m.p.a is talking about the attacks. They say that the Red Legion is receding back into the shadows from whence they came. It is all thanks to you. You found the formula and destroyed it. Now, you may think you understand the impact of this act, but you truly do not. You are a friend to this village and to me, Nanny Henry. Take this. It is not much, but it gives you an idea of my gratitude.
Another 260. Region stuff.
Farewell.
Talk to her
You're
again.
welcome in my shop anytime, and please enjoy a discount on all services and merchandise.
Now it's $9.85. Before it was $13.13. Now I'm gonna sell all my junk. 22. I'm gonna buy this.
Goodbye.
Now I'm gonna go to where the sick Fey woman is. Give it to her. Injured Fey woman, rather. She's over here.
What is it? You made it. Just in time, too. Give me the potion. It will help, but it's not enough.
His face.
Someone must go to the Fae and explain what happened here. One small misunderstanding and we'll no longer just be strangers to the Fae. We'll be enemies.
Why is this girl important?
She is a member of the House of Ballads, the legendary court of Fae heroes. They are warriors without equal, with centuries of glory to their names. If one of their own was killed by a mortal, the House of Ballads and its king would bring a fierce vengeance upon us. G.r.a.m.p.a would be a ruin by day's end.
What can we do?
I'm not sure yet, but this is bad. She's Fae. Even worse, she's a knight in the House of Ballads. Fae don't kill their own, so it must have been someone in G.r.a.m.p.a. If the House of Ballads learns of this, the king will burn G.r.a.m.p.a to the ground. They see all mortals as invaders. We could go to the Warsworn and get an oath of protection, but that would require payment. We mustn't cover this up. But who do we tell?
Just go to the House of Ballads.
You're turning out to be very helpful, my friend. You have my gratitude. I'll see to it that you're honored. Rumor says that the House of Ballads has its headquarters not far from here, in Glendara to the northeast. Try to gain entrance if you can.
Okie dokie.
Farewell.
So I'm gonna go report the attack now. Oh, here's the thing I was telling Spetsnaz US before. I can turn off the protections like this and turn it back on. Aggressive mode. Fucking bullshit. Now I gotta pay a fine. This is the guy that literally...
Halt!
Mm-hmm.
Don't let me catch you making trouble again. Farewell.
I got fined 132 gold. Because the game. And the thing that sucks is that you have to disable it. Like, it's the instruction set, the way they're scripted in this game is you have to perform the action to clear the dialogue box. And the only reason it popped up in this case is because I tried to destroy some boxes inside of a building. So now I gotta travel along this big ass road here and then head up north. Oh hey. Oh. Huh, okay. Bum 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 bum. Come get some.
In the country of Niralim's embrace, the summer manifests as an immortal fae. You know her, him, it, as the resplendent warrior, or the ardent conqueror. You mortals named him in the He is the legend of might and eminence. Come, listen to a tale of Issa and On, the Godstorm, the Withering War.
Ugh, finally, someone that looks like they could stand up to a moderate breeze. There's need for an adventurer such as yourself. Me and a crew are mounting an expedition to a new land, south of here.
What's the expedition going?
Clever and strong, I see. It's as I said, we're going to the teeth of Naros, the land south of Dalentarth. If you want more information, seek Hellick Cross. He's leading us. We're camped beyond Ettenmere.
So she only appears here because of the Teeth of Naros DLC.
Glad that's done with.
If I don't talk to her, like even if I kill all the boggarts that were bothering her, but I don't actually talk to her, she'll just kind of wander around here. Turn. Yep, I turn left up here. I kind of wish I had a path thing on the mini map. Remember, I think I need to cross this bridge. Oh yes, these things. something in the water. Don't remember what it is. White flakes. Oh, something over there too. Nope. Sturdy cow. Starting to find stuff that's stronger than what I got now. Okie dokie, so here I am.
Listen, all of you. As you
Mundane
clearly
don't belong
heard,
in fey
a
houses.
rare vacancy has occurred.
Proceed no farther, mortal. You are not one of our kind, and the seat of Sir Sagrel will never be occupied by one so mundane. Hallam the White prepares the contest, and he must not be interrupted at this our time of greatest need.
Faye has been injured.
No doubt you speak of Illuvia, impetuous fool. I told her to avoid your settlement, to avoid Odorath altogether. She never listened to my warnings. I will chastise her appropriately upon her return. It is a loss, yes, but not the first unexpected event in this telling. What happened?
She was attacked. We saved her from bandits.
Yes, I have noticed a growing number of humans in Dalentarth. It must be this war. I can't say I understand it. Oh, yes, your kind usually expects some form of trophy for good deeds. A bauble, a prize? Perhaps another time. If you would be so kind as to deliver this message. We mean the people of Gorhart no ill will. They have nothing to fear from us.
Okay.
Goodbye. You compete for Sagral's seat? Charm.
So I can come back. I can come back here and do this.
Be gone outside.
I don't think I can fast travel. Oh, I can. All right. So I'm gonna run to this dude and jog to this this dude. I'm gonna run to this dude, and then I'm gonna give the message.
You made it.
Then I'm gonna go back up there and start that story arc because I really like that one.
I was so worried that the Fae had taken out the revenge on you. As usual, I was wrong. The Fae has recovered, thanks to your potion. In fact, she wishes to stay in the village for the next several weeks as she recovers. Gorhart will be a new community, a place of compassion, and it's thanks to you. Please, take my sword and buckler. They will serve you well, as they have served me. Bye now.
Okay, I don't want his junk. I do. Look at that. So I'm gonna go back up here now. Oh, can't do it from inside.
Yes? What is it?
So that's it. Super gassy. I don't know why. But I'm calling it here. I'm gonna save. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for lesbians and Spetsnaz US for chatting. Anybody who's watching still and hasn't yet, feel free to like, subscribe, and/or follow. It's getting hot. And I need to pee. Goodbye.